to go ahead and get started. Oops, sorry about that. All right, well, good morning, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to the Habitat for Humanity ReStore official grand opening. I know it's like a year and a half overdue, but due to COVID, we had to put our ribbon cutting events on hold. And the last time we were having events was like October of last year, and so it's been about 9 months. So we wanted to thank Habitat for Humanity for buying the former Hawkins grocery store and expanding their business from East Smith Road over here to Lafayette. We do the ribbon cuttings jointly with the Medina Chamber of Commerce and Main Street Medina, and they're to my left. So Jacqueline Ringsmeyer with the Medina Chamber of Commerce, she's our executive director, and we want to thank her for the beautiful weather today. Yes, the bills and the checks in the mail. And then also Matt Wiederhold is our executive director for Main Street Medina, so we work on these events collaboratively. I'm Kimberly Marshall from the City of Medina. I think I know most of you. So we just really appreciate all of you being here today to congratulate Habitat, and I think, Matt, you wanted to say a few things?
Yes.
Perfect.
Chipping on somebody else's heels, never a good thing. We love doing these ribbon cuttings. It's fun to celebrate investment and new jobs and things happening in the city, but this one has a special place in my heart. Tom and Habitat have been such amazing partners here in Southtown by revitalizing this area of the district, partnering with us on doing the cruise-ins. Tom and his staff, Cheryl and Dan, are amazing, and they always come out whenever we need help at Main Street Medina. So I just really want to say thank you, Tom, for everything you do, for giving us a satellite office for Main Street so that we have a presence in Southtown. And thanks for helping bring back this part of town, and let's make it even better.
Pleasure serving on the Main Street Board with Tom as well, and this is also an anchor tenant for our Southtown district, so we appreciate that, and this will help revitalize this area. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to our mayor, Dennis Hanwell.
Thank you, Kimberly, and thank you all for attending. I know there's a number of board members here, I think from Habitat, right? We appreciate all that Habitat does here in our community. I'm also so thankful that the City of Medina, the County of Medina, along with our elected federal and state representatives, the Chamber and Main Street, we do things so collaboratively here, and it really makes a difference to help support the businesses, help support our nonprofits, and just overall help support the community. And it's quite unusual, actually, if you look around and see what other cities are doing or not doing, and we take great pride in that. Joining me, you met Kimberly, but our police chief, Ed Kinney, is here to my left, to your right. Barbara DeZur is the director of marketing for the City of Medina in our economic development department with the still camera. Jared Fry is here with the video camera, and we'll provide a disc of this event to you to use for promotions or whatever you choose. And in the far back, in case he gets a call and has to run, is our chief building official, Dan Gladish, who is very instrumental in helping get this going and approved. Joining us from the county, we have two of our three county commissioners, Commissioner Steve Hambley and Colleen Swedick, and I'd invite Commissioner Hambley for some remarks.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. And normally they call these ribbon cuttings business ribbon cuttings. This is not a ribbon cutting event for a business. It's for a cause. And the cause here is humanity. There's a saying that from a good home starts love, hope. What we have here is not only love and hope. We've got the ability to move forward the cause of humanity. And this is really a great celebration. Taking this kind of resource, and where we've got the opportunity here to be able to bring people together with a little hard work to realize not only love and hope, but dreams. We accomplish dreams here. And we're celebrating that. And it's so great to see this. So it's not the business, I know you operate on a business model, and indeed you have to, but what we're celebrating is this is a cause of humanity, using a business model that accomplishes love, hope, as well as, most importantly, also dreams. The dreams not only of the community, but the dreams of individuals. And on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, anything we can do to help, we want to celebrate with you. And indeed, as patrons come in and buy some of these good fixtures and things that are great for our homes. So with that, I'll offer also my colleague, Colleen Sweattick.
I just want to say thank you so much for being such a wonderful asset to our community. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. It's good to have notes, but it's better if you read them. So, in addition to the administration, we have two council members with us here. To my left is Council at Large Paul Rose, and to my right is Councilperson Jess Hazeltine, whose ward this is in. We appreciate you both. Okay. We appreciate you both being here. So next, from the state of Ohio, we have our Representative Sharon Ray.
Just very quickly, I can say I can think of no better repurposed use for this store than the ReStore. It's a wonderful asset to Medina community and a huge win for the Habitat for Humanity organization. And thank you, thank you, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sharon. Next, I'd like to introduce Rebecca Armstrong. She's the Deputy Director of Public Affairs for State Treasurer Robert Sprague.
Thank you. So on behalf of Ohio Treasurer Robert Sprague, he'd like to extend his congratulations to the ReStore Habitat for Humanity in Medina County. Deep admiration and respect should be given to those who demonstrate a commitment to their community. Therefore, he commends the Habitat for Humanity of Medina County on its ribbon cutting ceremony and wishes them many years of continued success.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next, I'd like to introduce Karen Kandinsky, Northeast Ohio District Director of Senator Rob Portman's office. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here on behalf of Senator Rob Portman. I wanted to congratulate Tom and his staff, and of course, all of the board members that are here and your many volunteers. I know that this organization wouldn't exist without your volunteers, so we appreciate their efforts. And on behalf of Senator Portman, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to this spot. I know how meaningful Habitat can be to a community. We've had the pleasure and the honor of working with Habitat in the state of Ohio and nationally on not only legislative matters in Washington, but we have had quite a few Habitat builds as staff. We've joined with Senator Portman, who has a great tradition of every year on his birthday, he visits a Habitat site and helps out, and then does a variety of volunteer efforts throughout the year with Habitat. And we've had, as a Team Portman, we've had an opportunity to join him in that endeavor, and it's always a favorite activity among our staff. So it's a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to congratulate you, and thanks for having us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Next, I'd like to introduce Brandon Gibson. He's the Special Staff Assistant to Federal Congressman Anthony Gonzalez.
Thanks, Mayor, and we want to thank Main Street and the Chamber for having us as well. The Congressman and I came in March to meet Tom, I believe. We're happy he's here. We're happy to be here for the official ribbon cutting. We couldn't be happier with what his staff and he and the volunteers are doing, and the mission that Habitat does for the community. So thank you for having us.
Thanks, Brandon. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Jennifer Kiko. She's Director of Outreach for the office of Congressman Bob Gibbs' office, federal office, and Brandon.
Thank you, Mayor. I just asked Braden if he wanted to say anything, and he said no, he just wants to go get a Coke. Tom, congratulations on behalf of Congressman Gibbs. The ReStore happens to be one of my favorite places to go in a neighboring county. I believe in the mission, and I believe in what it does to connect communities. to faith, hope, and love, as the commissioner said. Congratulations, congratulations to your volunteers, congratulations to the board, and thank you for choosing Medina County as your home.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to say something now?
Congratulations.
Okay. There's one more proclamation. Okay.
It's a good thing you saw brains
So I always like to say, you know, we're from the government, we can't even have a party without paperwork, all these proclamations, which are all suitable for framing, by the way.
We have frames.
And you probably have a whole variety of frames
I was
inside.
gonna say, too bad you don't have any in there.
So, Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose could not be here, but he also sent a proclamation. Certificate of commendation is tendered on behalf of the people of the state of Ohio as a token of our gratitude and admiration for the impact you are making. I commend all those who collaborated on this endeavor for your hard work. Your commitment to excellence has earned you the respect and appreciation of your community. And so it is signed by Secretary of State Frank LaRose. So now, Tom, we're going to turn it over to you for a few words.
Sure.
Then we'll cut the ribbon. And then hopefully refreshments. I don't know. What do we have?
We have hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Just some light refreshments. So just want to say thank you so much for being here today. I'm not going to try to thank everyone by name, but just want to thank the City of Medina for your continued support, especially in this project to move over here. I want to thank all of our community partners, and they're numerous. I want to thank the community for supporting what we do here, shopping here, coming out on our build sites. I want to thank our board of directors for having the courage, faith, to buy this piece of property. It was quite an endeavor. Those that were on the board, and there were many here that were part of that whole project, they had the courage and faith to purchase this location, knowing what it could do for our future. And I want to thank all of our volunteers and employees, many are here today, who made this move possible. Moving from down the road to over here, setting up shelves, getting the store ready, so many hands made it happen. Today, as we stand here today, cutting the ribbon to officially open at this location, I think of the question, why? Why run a ReStore? Why buy this property, move into this location? Why do we do what we do? And as I think about what happens here every day, what happens under this roof is a means to an end. And that end is to provide safe, decent, and affordable housing to families and individuals here in Medina County. And I remember standing literally, I think I was standing right here in 2019. We had not moved in yet. We were selling hot dogs or serving hot dogs for the cruise in 2019. And I was handing a hot dog to an individual that night, and he looked right at me and he said, "Why in the world would Habitat for Humanity be needed in Medina County?" I was kind of taken aback by the question, and I served him his hot dog, and I recently heard one answer to that question. Just last week I was in a meeting and someone said, "We all remember playing the game musical chairs." And he said, "Imagine you're playing musical chairs and when the music stops, there's no chairs to sit down on." And he said, that's what the issue is with affordable housing here in our nation. When the music stops, there's a lack of affordable housing units for people to even sit down on, so to speak. And that's why Habitat for Humanity is here. That's the why we're here, to provide safe, decent, affordable homes for families and individuals here in Medina County. And over these 30 years, we've been around since 1991, over these 30 years, because of the generous donations and dedicated volunteers, we've been able to build 43 homes across the county. But we also believe now that our capacity needs to grow and our outreach needs to expand. as the needs continue to grow. And that's why we're here. And we want to thank all of you for your support and partnership in this endeavor that we get to do here in Medina County. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're ready for the ribbon.
Sorry.